Hey you guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make a simple YouTube picture background. So the first thing you need to do is open up your internet browser. I use Google Chrome, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to let you know before we begin that every time I click left on my mouse, which is the normal one, there is going to be a there's going to be there's going to be a blue little star that comes up, just to let you know. And then every time I click the right side on my mouse, it's going to have a green star. So blue star is left, green star is right. So just letting you know if you're wondering which one I clicked. So yeah. Okay, so here we go. What the website that I use to get all my images or whatever from is usually HD wallpapers, because they're HD and all that, but then that might be a problem sometimes if they're bigger than 1 megabyte, because you can't use files bigger than 1 megabyte. So I usually crop it down. So let's go to the website. I usually go to the section abstract and vector, because that's the most appropriate usually for YouTube. If you're going with something like crazy flashy stuff, or if you're using just, if you're doing music videos or whatever. So I'm gonna just pick a random one that I like. That might take a while. Okay, I'm just gonna pick this one. So multicolor sparkles HD wallpaper. So you click it. Sometimes there's an ad that pops up in front of you like this, and you're just gonna click up here and it'll say skip or whatever after a little bit. But sometimes, which is good, see, then this pops up, then you're gonna X this out. So sometimes your Kaspersky or whatever you have blocks some bad stuff. So okay, so I'm going to click on this, and then it might take a while to load because it's a big file, because they're HD. So when this does load, you're gonna right click on your mouse and then save image as. So, but you gotta wait for it to load, because otherwise it'll take forever. So I'm just gonna wait. Okay, so it's loaded. So you right click and you're gonna save it. So I have a special place. I don't know what's wrong today. Special place for all my stuff. So I'm just gonna save this as, and then click save. And then you're gonna go. What I use to edit my images, and it's free. I use Picasa by Google. It is just amazing. It's free and it has so many effects. It's just awesome. So I'm going to open up that, and hopefully it doesn't open up on the other side. Okay, here it is. It's Picasa 3 by Google. Just look it up on Google and it'll come up and you can download it. So it's going into this folder, and all your stuff just comes up over here. Let's see. So we need to go. Might take a second to load in, so I'm gonna wait. If I saved it there, I'm not even sure where. I think I saved it in here. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to save. Everything's. Oh, here it is. Okay. See, it says YouTube cover sample. So I'm gonna click on it. And the first thing that I do is I'm going to rotate it like that. So you're going to click this button down here, rotate clockwise, and you can use another editor, but this one is probably the best one that's free. And then you can look down here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it says 386 kilobytes, so you're fine with that. For some reason, the other one that I downloaded, it was humongous. It was like, it was one picture, and it was over like 1.5 megabytes. It was insane. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I don't need to crop it, I can go here and change the shadows or whatever, highlights if I need to. And then what I usually do, just because it makes it look really nice, is see, here's all these effects. You can sharpen it or whatever. But what I usually do is I'm going to go to the last one, and I'm going to click vignette or whatever, and it darkens the edges of your photo. You can choose the color, the size, the strength. I usually do black, but for some reason this one, it doesn't really look good with black, so you can mess around with that, but I guess I'm going to have to do black because everything else looks weird. Okay, so then you can change the strength, which I'm going to bring it down a little because it looks weird. And then the size. Okay, so I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to go to my text tool. So you go to the commonly needed fixes. So you go to the little wrench, and you click text, and here's all my fonts. I have downloaded so many fonts, but I'm just gonna do a big one, and hopefully it will. Okay, let's just do this one. So I am going to type whatever I want. So let's just put CBB Rocks 2000 on there, and I'm going to. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's just because that's my main channel name. It's in this channel's the sidebar, and you can subscribe to that. That's where I'm getting all this stuff, these tutorials, excuse me, from. And then I can change the outline or whatever. So I'm gonna do like a yellow outline maybe, and let's just keep it simple. So I'm gonna do a black and yellow. And then if you want the same, you can just Control C, click somewhere else on the photo, Control V, and then you flip it, and now you're gonna have it facing inside. What happens though is not all these are the same, because you don't want to spend that much time figuring out what the sizes are of the YouTube thing to make it perfect, but most of the time it'll work good. But it's never going to be perfect unless you want to, take all that time, but I don't have that kind of time. So what I'm going to do is kind of make sure they're even. This might be a little bigger. Okay, there we go. So I have my image. I'm going to hit apply, and now I'm going to go back to my library. I'm going to click on this and hit Control S, or right click and save. Then I'm going to save it to the disk, or to the drive, to drive C, and I'm going to go back to Google Chrome, and then I'm going to go to YouTube, and you're going to go to your page, and I already made one for this page. See, it's not perfect, but it's okay. And then I'm going to go to channel settings, and you would click how you would want to do it. So you could click add, which mine doesn't have add. I would have to remove the other one first, but I'll just show you how this looks, and then I'll add the other one back later. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is what the sample looks like. It's probably not going to be perfect though. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Usually some are better than others, but that's what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to add my other one back. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so I have to add this back. Okay, so now that that's added back, that's how you do it. Thank you so much, guys, and please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me, because I'm taking like 16 hours to edit it. And if you have any questions on how to do any of my things, you can look at my main channel and ask me questions, and I'll show you how to do it in Sony Vegas and Movie Studio Platinum 12. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.